New day for you, new 10 minutes for me. I'm going to continue with the Equinox series, the Garage Therapy products. So this says light soiling 1 to 50, medium soiling 1 to 20, heavy soiling 1 to 10, extreme soiling 1 to 4. Foam lance, 2% PIR. Yes! Somebody actually gives us PIR. Heck yeah. So awesome. With a 2% PIR, that is actually very similar to Built Handler touchless. So we're going to switch out our orifice here and go to one that's going to target a 1 to 50, which is a 2% PIR. And then this is the glory of the Griot's foam cannon. I'm telling you, for people that are testing products, there is no reason why you should own anything else. It is the answer. Although I do have a quiver over there that I have to test. I probably should do that on this video, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. So there's my 2% PIR, done. No pouring, nothing. Just screw it in, run it, done. All right, so let's check this out. We're gonna try this. The purpose of citrus, this is a cleanse, a zero, a pre-wash. So it says, shake well before use, ensure you wear appropriate safety equipment such as gloves and protective eyewear. It's the top of the label, people. Always test compatibility on an inconspicuous area of the surface. Apply to vehicle. Allow to dwell for 5 to 6. Do not apply in direct sunlight or on hot surfaces. Do not allow the product to dry on the surface. Citrus can be agitated with a brush for stubborn stains and cleaning. For best results, mix thoroughly, foam lance bottle. Configure the lance to ensure a consistent wet foam. In some scenarios, it can be beneficial to foam or spray onto a dry car. We're going to do a foam rinse foam on this. So this is going to be my original foam. We're going to foam the car. We're going to let it dwell until it's close to drying, and then we're going to rinse. And then we'll do another foam, and we'll use a mitt and actually wash the car. So I'm going to turn the camera here. Probably the consistency that we want. You see we've got a little bit of running foam, right? A little bit of dropping. You want it to pull the dirt down, draw the dirt down. This isn't the dirtiest car in the world, obviously, but there is a fair amount like on the back of it and stuff. We've had a lot of rain recently, so we are seeing some dropping, some runs that are dirt colored. Some of my drips are brown, which is kind of what I expect. And it smells a lot like Built Handler touchless. It really does. Interesting. So we'll let this run. I might put a little bit more on the roof just to avoid drying. Let it run, let it run. And we'll get my sprayer nozzle, we'll let this dwell for a minute, and then we'll rinse it off. Paint on this car is kind of cool. It's like a pearlescent white. So I think it's going to really pop when we coat it. fucking sweet, dude. That's interesting. As a touchless, we've got like 90% plus clean. It's a little bit of grime still on the back here, but really, like, even that, I'm touching it, it's kind of coming right off. But yeah, actually did a great job as a pre-wash. So let's foam it again. This time we're gonna hit it with a mitt, and then we'll do another. And you can see, you know, that's about how much I've gone through, and I did the car, kind of went over it twice. It's kind of interesting. The bumper's down the bottom, and there's like this little triangle in the middle. Interesting panel layout. All right, we'll rinse it off and then dry it. Clearly don't tailgate. Shout out to the UK for putting a PIR on a bottle. It's the only number that actually matters. And so many brands just don't include it. They tell you to mix something 1 to 10 in your Canon, and you know, that's like a 30% swing depending on whether you're using it in an MJJC or an MTM. Like, it's crazy. So the only number that matters, I appreciate them giving it to us. 2% PIR. Pretty easy to hit. Griot's has a couple tips that'll get you right there, right within the range. So really nice. It doesn't stink. It doesn't smell great, but it's got, you know, kind of a light fragrance to it. It smells a lot like Built Hamburg Touchless. If you're familiar with that product, you know what that smells like. It's a lot like that. It worked really well. You know, the spray rinse, the original, like let it dwell for a couple minutes. When I rinsed that off, the car's like 90 to 95% clean. Really, the only place where I found dirt was on the tailgate. And there were like 1 or 2 bugs that were left behind, but most of them had melted away. Everything was good. If I wasn't in the sun, I would have been comfortable letting it dwell a little bit longer, and it might have actually done even better. I really foamed the car 3 times. If you take a look here, what I've used, this is a 16-ounce bottle, or 500 ml bottle. 16.9, I guess that would be. So, you know, I think that you're going to use similar to what you do touchless, honestly, because touchless is also a 2% PIR, and you know, so is this. So you're doing the same thing. It worked really well. The drawing action was good. I had the drips were colorful, so you could tell that it was breaking stuff down. The car is like squeaky clean when I'm done. I would say the lubrication on the mitt was really good. Like the slickness when I was sliding it around, it definitely felt like there was something there. You know, a lot of times these high pH and low pH soaps can feel not very, I don't know, like there isn't a lot of lubrication, and like your mitt is just gliding around on water. And you know, I didn't have any soap in the bucket. I just had water in the bucket. So it did a great job. I think a foam rinse foam is really safe. You know, if you're doing a foam and then a rinse, the first foam is encapsulating and breaking down the dirt. The rinse is rinsing off a lot of the dirt. And then the second foam with a touch is going to get you, you know, to that 100%. I let it dwell, and there's piano black all over this. Like the mirror caps are a good example of a large piano black surface. I don't have any etching. There is an etching from a bug splat on this one, so I know they will do it. But yeah, I mean, it worked really well. It rinsed off easily, didn't really like stick behind. It rinsed cleanly and nicely. Yeah, I think that it worked really well. Now they do say here, don't use it in direct sunlight, and I did. And, you know, I was careful with it, but at the same point, you're not supposed to. So I would probably heed their warnings. I could see there might be, you know, certain types of products that this might etch or ruin in some way, but it worked really well. So I think it's another one that I could recommend. Garage Therapy so far has been pretty good. This is my second product that I'm trying from them. Yeah. And in the case of Garage Therapy, I'm probably not going to keep any of it because Adamo is looking to try all of it, and it's just, I can ship him a box with literally all of it when I'm done, and then if there's something that I really, really, really like, one day I can rebuy it. I have so many products here that I'm not even really keeping stuff anymore. But I think this and the wheel shampoo that I used earlier today were both excellent products, and I definitely consider keeping those long term. This, I don't think that I would keep this and touchless. I think that I would just kind of A to B the two of them and figure out which one I like better. I haven't used touchless in a little while. I always liked touchless, but I really think that I could go back and forth between the two of them very comfortably and not worry about it. So I guess it's one of those things, like if you're placing an order on the House of Rags, they have Garage Therapy. Carzilla in the UK it will have Garage Therapy or has Garage Therapy. I'm not sure if they have it yet. If you're in the US and you're placing an order from like Obsessed Garage or somewhere that carries Built Handler, then maybe you get touchless instead. I think that they're both excellent products. But yeah, it's been, I haven't seen a, you know, a single foam that has done as good of a job as touchless before, and I think this one does. The Labo Cosmetica 3pH system can also do an excellent job as a touch-free washing system, but it's really 3 products when you're doing that. So that's all I have for today for this particular video. I'm going to start working on polishing this car, so that'll be tomorrow's video most likely. I have a bunch of Zvizzer stuff here, and I want to spend a little bit more time with that. I also have Picar here, so I'm planning on doing like one side with Zvizzer and one side with Picar. I do only have about 4 hours to get the car done, so I'm going to try to start working on it here. And I don't know that I'm going to be, I don't know how many videos I'm going to do. We'll just say that. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens. And there will be a video tomorrow on this, or there won't, you know, and all of that stuff. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.